David Hall. I'm musical director of Finchcocks. I'm here in the glorious vaulted cellars of Finchcocks with this lovely Blüthner piano that was built in 1978. This pedal on the right is one of the best things about the piano. It's sometimes called the sustaining pedal, sometimes the damper pedal, usually just the pedal. It's the one on the right, and using it well will make a huge difference to your playing. Try this. Play a chord without any pedal and have a really good listen. Now put the pedal down fully, play the chord again and listen to the difference it makes. Listen and lift. You should have heard a big difference in the sonority of the chord. Now play the chord a third time. This time put down the pedal with your fingers and lift with your fingers. This sounds different again. So the main effect of the pedal is to sustain the sound after we've lifted our fingers, but it also has a fundamental effect on the sonority of the piano as well. This is because when you put down the pedal, all the dampers are raised, so all the strings can vibrate in sympathy with the few that are struck. Some people who come on beginner courses at Finchcocks have next to no experience with the pedal. I always enjoy it when I see a grade 1 or 2 piece and the teacher has added some pedal just on the final chord. It's a great way to start using the pedal, particularly because it encourages listening and it develops a sense of destination and repose at the end of the piece, which is sometimes lacking in more advanced students' pieces. Here's a warm-up before we try some legato pedaling. I want you to pretend you're a marionette. I'm controlling the strings. Now I want you to lift your leg up as your hands come down, like so. Hands go down, foot comes up. You'll see the point of this in a moment. Legato pedaling is the most important kind of pedaling for any late romantic to modern repertoire. The idea is that the music is totally seamless. Watch my foot carefully as I talk you through this exercise. First, put down the pedal. Now play a chord. Hold the chord just with the pedal. Listen. Find a new chord. Hover over it with your fingers. Don't lift the pedal. Now lift the pedal as you play the new chord. Hold this chord just with the pedal. Listen. Find a new chord. Lift the pedal as you play. Hold, new chord. Listen. Hold, new chord. Listen, lift as you play the new chord. What you're trying to achieve is a continuous piano sound, but with no blurring of the chords. If you lift your foot too early, there'll be a gap between the chords. If you lift your foot too late, there'll be blurring of the chords. I'll try to demonstrate both mistakes. This time, I'm leaving gaps in the music because my pedal is going down with my fingers and going up with my fingers. If you find you're doing this, go back to my marionette exercise and think about your foot going up, releasing the pedal with the chord on the beat. And this is blurry. I'm not lifting the pedal high enough. I'm lifting it a bit late. If you're doing that, maybe it's because you think it sounds better, but it really doesn't. I used some pretty dull chords earlier, so here are a few better ideas. Play a third, then drop the top note to make a second. Now drop the bottom note to make a third. Bring the top one down, then the bottom, always using legato pedaling. Or try this, find 4 notes of your own choice, making sure that the intervals between them are thirds or fourths. Now move this chord up or down a semitone each time, taking care to do proper legato pedalling. Or try playing dominant 7th chords around the cycle of fifths. If you don't know what that means, I'll be releasing some theory videos soon that will explain it. Always doing your legato pedalling. A much simpler way of pedalling is called direct pedalling. This is when you put the pedal down with your fingers and lift with your fingers. It's much more straightforward and intuitive, but can be tricky if you've got used to legato pedalling. Pedal with the chord, pedal with the chord, pedal with the chord. This kind of pedalling is particularly useful in classical and early romantic music like Mozart, Haydn, Beethoven. Use it to emphasise certain chords, particularly if there's a sforzando marking. There will be many occasions when you just want to add a little bit of pedal, not the full pedal, and this is called half pedalling. The pedal itself is not an on-off switch, it lifts the dampers and there are infinite gradations. Watch the dampers as I move the pedal slowly. If you have some passage work and you want to add some shimmer without losing any clarity, then you can use half pedalling. If you want to sustain a low note, but you don't want too much power or duration, again you could use some half pedalling. Determining how much pedal to use and when requires careful listening to your piano, to your recordings, and to your teacher. The pedal markings in good musical editions should be your starting point, but they're a fairly blunt way of expressing all the possible ways of using the pedal. I hope that's some help. Do look out for other topics in this intermediate series of Finchcocks videos, and I look forward to seeing you here soon.